Hello, and welcome to my talk for today. It's good to see you. This morning we had the service engineer come to do his twice annual check on our heating system. The good news is there are no major problems and it's working very well. That being said, he pointed out there are a couple of things which, although not urgent, might cause problems in the future, and it would be a good thing to have them attended to at some point in the near future to stop us from having some type of catastrophic failure down the road. The lesson here is that the system needs to be tended to regularly so that it's ready to be used when needed. It's the same with most things. If we defer maintenance, then it can go very badly very quickly. It's not only material things like heating systems which need ongoing attention to guard against catastrophe. It's every aspect of our lives. Too often we divide life up into compartments as if one part had no impact on the others. Perhaps we talk about work life and family life as if they're unconnected. I don't know about you, but if I've had a bad day at work, it very easily overflows into the house. One of the ways in which some Christians look at their faith is in terms of their spiritual life over and against the rest of their life. Perhaps we tend to that part which we call spiritual by going to worship on Sunday. We may add to it by reading the Bible or praying at some point during weekdays. All these things are good, but they do not necessarily integrate the whole of our life together. Is there something in your life that has a negative impact upon another part? A good thing to do is to ask why that is. In what ways does it affect you? Is there something you can intentionally do to stop it having the effect that it has? One way to do this is to look at the things which work for good in your life. What is it about those which make the difference? How are they different from the things which cause you problems? And what can be learned from that difference? Once this has been done, or even as you discern what might be causing the problems, it's important to bring it to God in prayer. And this is often the part that is missed. Out of that will come a sense of what might need to be done. Of course, that moves us into the area of willingness to risk doing what emerges as necessary. I'm going to try to give you a concrete example from my experience. You may think that when I tell you about it, that I've not made much progress, but I promise you I have. A quick wit can be a blessing and a curse. God has given me such an ability, which led to the following comment on my report from the college dean when I was in training with Church Army in the UK. She wrote, "David's cynical sense of humour will get him into real trouble someday." That sentence has followed me for years, and it's true. The effect of my sense of humour is twofold. It can make me the life and soul of the party, or it can mean that people are offended or don't take me seriously when they should. I'm never happy when I upset others, and if I do so, I dwell on it for a long time, rerunning things in my head. That response can have a bad effect on those around me. Over several months, I brought this issue to God and tried to suppress my humour. The last part wasn't very helpful, as people thought there was something wrong with me. After talking to God and a couple of friends, the following became very clear. God loves my humour, because God gave it to me. The problem was, God was not always delighted in the way I used it. The thought came that I should learn to try to apply a filter to what I say. Initially, that meant I had to really practice thinking before I spoke. Now, although it doesn't work all the time, it comes almost as second nature. In order to become more like the humans God intended us to be, we need to learn to tend to ourselves in the presence of God and in the company of others. Once again, thank you for being here today. I trust that your day is going well. God bless and stay safe.